You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us this Thursday, June 29th. I'm Ken Bufa. A person's race can no longer be considered in college admissions. The Supreme Court overturned cases reaching back 45 years, invalidating admission plans at Harvard and the University of North Carolina. Schools will now have to find new ways to get more diversity in their student populations. President Biden is urging colleges to not let this ruling be the last word.
Colleges first established a qualified pool of candidates based on meeting certain grade, test scores, and other criteria. Then and only then, it is from this pool of applicants, all of whom have already met the school standards, that the class is chosen after weighing a wide range of factors, among them being race.
Steve Langford shares how Long Islanders feel.
Affirmative action no longer a consideration for college admissions in America. The United States Supreme Court ending close to 50 years of race being a factor in deciding who gets into college.
Eventually, it probably should go away, but I think it's too early right now to do that.
In Hempstead, right after news broke of the historic Supreme Court ruling, reaction to the majority decision by the High Court overturning close to a half-century of race-conscious college admissions.
You shouldn't get into a college from your race, from you being white, black, Spanish, Latino. That shouldn't determine if you should be able to go to the school.
I think so. It's a bad idea. Yeah, because the young people is needed to go to the college.
In Freeport, of the about 25 people approached for their reaction to the landmark college admissions ruling, only this man agreed to speak to Newsday TV.
There's been a lot of benefits of allowing race to be part of the selection criteria. But then again, I see the other side too, where people feel like we're discriminated against.
From 2010 to 2021, the number of non-white students at the 8 Ivy League universities increased by 55%.
When I learned that the Supreme Court had made this decision, basically putting a dagger in the heart of affirmative action, I was appalled.
Civil rights attorney Fred Brewington says you can't cure 450 years of history by simply saying it's over.
America has not yet had the conversation it needs to do to be able to bring equity to the table. Equity has not been invited into the room, and affirmative action was an opportunity to try and bring that forward.
The president of the Long Island Chinese American Association, Gordon Zhang, tells Newsday he's very happy to see the Supreme Court's decision, adding he's not against affirmative action, but believes race-conscious admissions have led to discrimination against some applicants, in particular those who are Asian American. Steve Langford for Newsday TV.
And happening tomorrow, Congressman George Santos is due back in federal court. The embattled lawmaker is expected to attend a conference in Central Islip at noon. Now, as Newsday has reported, the Republican is facing money laundering, wire fraud, and other charges. Of course, stay with us for continued coverage here on Newsday TV, our mobile app, and at newsday.com. And tomorrow is the last day on the job for NYPD Commissioner Keechant Sewell. Now, there's no word yet on her replacement. And Sewell, who is from Valley Stream, was the NYPD's first female commissioner. The 51-year-old was in this role for about a year and a half and did not say why she's leaving. And the countdown to the long holiday weekend has begun, and police across the island are stepping up patrols on the roads and the waterways to prevent tragedies. Cecilia Dowd brings us the story.
Andrew was our Renaissance man. He lived a lifetime in 12 years.
Andrew McMorris was killed by a drunk driver in 2018. His family is trying to make sure no one else experiences their heartbreak.
Andrew was this bright spirit of our world. And John and I and Ariana intend to carry that bright spirit forward and make meaningful changes so that we can eventually stop this from happening to anyone else.
The McMorrises joined with MAD and Suffolk Sheriff Errol Toulon to share this message.
We're here to let you know that this summer in Suffolk County, the heat is on for drunk and drug drivers. Starting with the July 4th weekend all the way through Labor Day, we are stepping up our enforcement.
People during the summer like to celebrate, and we're all about celebrating as well. But it's celebrating responsibly.
The drunk driving crackdown, Operation Heat, includes this Batmobile, a self-contained DWI processing center. There's a breathalyzer right here, and if you're found to be above the legal limit, you're going to wind up in here.
This year, we have already increased our DWI arrests by 40%.
This is a preventable crime. This is not rocket science.
Cecilia Dowd for Newsday TV.
They look beautiful lighting up the night sky, but fireworks can be deadly when used the wrong way.
3, 2, 1.
Police and firefighters are highlighting just one example of what fireworks can do. They're encouraging Long Islanders to leave it to the pros. Now, if you want to find a fireworks show near you, head over to Newsday.com. Stay tuned to Newsday TV or check out our mobile app. And for the second time in a month, a sinkhole has opened on a roadway in Nassau. This is the scene on Grand Avenue in Baldwin. County officials say a sewer line corroded and cracked, causing the road to collapse yesterday. A local legislator says sewage also leaked into several backyards and a waterway. About 40 homes had their water restored today. No word yet, though, on how long it will take to repair the road. And more than a dozen affordable rental units are up for grabs. The Long Island Housing Partnership is accepting lottery applications to live at the Cornerstone in Westbury. The 18 affordable units consist of studios, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments. Priority will be given to households with qualified veteran status. Now, rent starts at just over $2,000 and ranges to nearly $2,600. A utility allowance will also be included. All right, let's take a look at your Long Island weather, shall we? And you can see tonight we have mostly clear skies and tomorrow mostly sunny skies. So let's take a closer look at tomorrow. We'll see here that it's going to be sunny all morning, but there will be clouds moving in come nighttime.
Get more of the stories you've seen on Newsday TV at Newsday.com. Plus breaking news, investigations, things to do, restaurants, and other Long Island news you can't get anywhere else. At Newsday.com, covering Long Island like no one else can.
The NHL draft is underway, and the longest tenured Islander has just been traded. Josh Bailey was sent to the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, he made his NHL debut in 2008 and was one of just 3 Islanders to play more than 1,000 games with the team.
High School Sports is sponsored by PC Richard & Son.
The 2023 Newsday Marcus A. Henry Award winner was just announced, and Carissa Kelman has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
We are super proud to honor you with the 10th Marcus A. Henry Award from Newsday as the top scholar athlete for the year of 2022-2023. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. To be successful in this world, you have to set yourself apart on and off the mat.
Kwasi Bonsu shined in both areas. The state wrestling semifinalist and defensive tackle was also an AP student with a 113 weighted GPA. He credits athletics to his academic success.
It's why I am the person, the athlete, and the leader I am right now. It enraged my competitive spirit.
Marcus Henry was a Newsday reporter who was heavily involved in his community here at Baldwin, where Bonsu has done the same as student body president, a youth football instructor, and much more, as he hopes to be the example for future Bruins to follow.
I want people to always strive to be better. I want people to always strive to be the best they can be. I want someone to look at me, look at everything I accomplished, and say, I'm going to beat that.
Bonsu will wrestle at Duke University next year, where he'll study psychology in hopes of becoming a lawyer.
I can't wait to be there. It's just going to be such a special experience, and I get to bring my community with me. I get to bring everything Baldwin is to me. I just want them to understand that this award is not just my award, it's their award too.
In Baldwin, Carissa Kelman, Newsday TV.
And a well-deserved big congrats to him. Now, for more on Marcus Henry Award, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
What's Up on Long Island is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
Here's what's up on Long Island.
I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker.
You can catch the Steve Miller Band. They're playing at Jones Beach on Saturday night. Or enjoy July 4th celebrations across the island, including the fireworks display at Eisenhower Park on Saturday. Now, this event is free, and it's at Field 6 with a rain date of Sunday. And there's also the Southampton Firecracker 5K. The fun begins at 8 a.m. on Sunday morning, rain or shine. And for admission info and more events, click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box. Free outdoor Shakespeare productions are on the island this summer, and this story is something you'll only see on Newsday.
Picnicking in Windsor. I think Shakespeare is so often performed outdoors because that is where he was originally performed. The Globe, of course, had no roof, and people would enjoy the elements as the show went on. On Long Island especially, we have so many beautiful parks and locations that we can perform at, and we are performing at a dozen of them. So we are happy to be bringing it to all sorts of locations. It can be a little bit difficult. Sometimes we are obviously competing against the weather.
Well, the play usually runs at least 2.5 hours, so an hour of it had to be removed so that we could keep it a little bit more accessible to an audience that's coming to sit outside. We are obviously fighting the elements and the weather, so the main change was to be able to adapt it for audiences who are going to be sitting in lawn chairs or on blankets. We at Eastline don't believe that certain roles of certain genders need to be played by those specifically assigned genders. She is playing a man, but that doesn't mean that that character cannot be played by a woman, especially in a play where the main character of Falstaff is sort of trying to trick two women. So it ended up being a happy accident that brought new life to the play.
It can be a little bit difficult. Sometimes we are obviously competing against the weather, but it is, in the end, it is what makes it fun.
Now, to read more about outdoor Shakespeare, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Watch Newsday TV on the big screen. Use the remote to activate Siri, Alexa, Roku, or the Google Assistant on your streaming device. Say, install Newsday. Newsday TV, covering Long Island like no one else can.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll leave you now with a look at your 7-day forecast.